Hello everyone, and welcome to the Brickformula review of LEGO Set 9445, the Fangpyre Truck Ambush, as 452 pieces for ages 8 to 14, and it's from the Ninjago series, Masters of Smijitsu, and this set retails for $49.99. And I would like to give a shout out to Blitz L Drago 518, Little Blue, the Lord of the Acer, MM60 Black Bell, 36 AGU, JC Spartan 33, SNSD 747, Hippo Hankful, Luke Kiernan 5, Brick News 123, and Saxabel 1986. They are the subscribers who had requested that I review this set, so check out their channels. I know it's a lot of them. But anyway, here's the front of the box, and it looks like the Fangpyre truck wants a little frosty. And here's the side where we see the minifigures. More on that later. And here in the back we see the playful features here. And down here we can see that you can use the rims for a spinner, which is pretty cool. And I'll talk about this set in more detail coming up. Here are the minifigures, and first up is Zane ZX, and he looks really cool. And here's what he looks like all around. Now, the printing looks okay. It's just that when you compare him to the other ninjas, you'll find that he doesn't have any kind of armor printed on here, whereas everyone else does. And here's his face. Looks pretty mean. And here's what the back looks like. I do like how when you put the shoulder pads on there, you can still see the elemental emblem right through the middle there. I think that's really cool. And next we have JZX. And this time around he has the shoulder pads, which is good. I think the ladies will finally think that he looks taller. And he has a gray arm over there. Really cool. He only has one sword. And there's the back. Here's his face, where he's missing part of his eyebrow over there. And just to get a closer look, there you go. Next we have Fangdom. I believe that's how you pronounce his name, because up to now in the series you don't really hear much about these characters. To me, this is just a generic driver for the Fangpyre truck that you see back there. And here he is up front. We see the snake scales there. Now what's really odd about him is that he has like this white printing over here, but this is the head that goes with this body because that's how they have it in the instruction book, and it's black over here. On the other one it's actually white, so I don't know why they did that. It doesn't really match. And just to show you guys, there is a difference with the eyes there. On the right head, on the left side there, this eye is a little bit bigger, and this one's a little more sinister looking. I think this one should go on that one, but oh well. And finally we have Phantom, the general of the Fangpyre. And here he is. You can tell he's a leader because of his tail here. And here's his back printing, where it's a mixture of white and black. And there we go. And here's his staff. For those of you who have been wondering what happened to Zane's vehicle, you get it in this set, and it's a Snowmobile. Well, it looks cool. However, I do feel a little sorry for Zane. I mean, think about it. He's been getting the short end of the stick. First he had the smallest dragon, then he has the smallest golden weapons, and now he's got the smallest vehicle, and it doesn't even convert either. I mean, what's up with that, right? But anyway, let's take a closer look. Here it is from the top, and it does look pretty cool. I do like how they added these elements over here. It's really nice looking. There's the bottom, and there's the back, and here's the side. You might recognize this part right here from the AT-AT Walker legs, only you're missing the other half. And most of this is actually movable. I mean, this can move up and down even though it's not supposed to. Same thing with that. And this part right here, it's pretty loose there. And what's worse are these side pieces are really loose too, which doesn't really make much sense to me. And then there's the handlebar, which is pretty low. Now you put Zane over here and look how low that is. You know, if he makes a sharp turn, he's going to hit himself in the gonads. And that's not very good. He's going to sound like Mickey Mouse when he's done with this. So I don't know. Finally, we have the Fangpyre Truck. And this thing looks really mean looking. They did a pretty good job overall, although there are quite a few things that I should point out though. Here is the front, and it looks really neat, right? I really love the way they made the head here. It looks really intimidating. However, there seems to be a small design flaw over here. Now, they designed the mouth to open up as wide as that. And here's the tongue for some tongue action. Boy, does that sound bad. But on the surface, you'll see that it hugs the ground really close. So there's really no point to having a suspension in the front here because it moves just that much and it's already hitting the ground. That also means that you cannot open the mouth too wide either, because what's the point, right? It's going to close up anyway. Also, in the instruction book, you'll probably notice that the teeth is meant to be aligned straight like that too. So when you do that, it doesn't really close all the way, you see? So I do recommend that you just turn the teeth just a little bit and your mouth can close all the way. And this way it won't be scraping along the ground. Here's the side of the vehicle. And in this compartment is a stick of dynamite, which you will have some difficulty closing all the way. But there you go, you can open that up and just drop the bomb on somebody if you like. You only get one stick of dynamite, which is odd. I think it should come with two because you do have another one on the other side. Here's the back. And there's some holes here which go straight to the cockpit, which is a little strange. They probably should have just closed that up just to make it look a little better. But it's not a big deal. And you can see that there are some suspension pieces over here in the back. And there it is. Here's the other side. No dynamite in there. Now we'll take a look at the top here, and we'll start with the tail. Now this part right here is a clicky swivel. So there it is. And this part can move pretty loosely. And you just hold this knob and it'll swing the tail all the way to the front like that. And you can do the same for the other side. And it looks like fun, although you will have some difficulty hitting things in the front. Take for example Zane's snowmobile, right? Even if you have it like up there, up to his tongue there, okay, it won't hit him. So that was a little disappointing. I kind of wish you can. That would have been a lot cooler. And next we'll take a look at the cockpit over here. This opens up, and it's really spacious inside there. In fact, when I first saw it, I thought you could fit the Fangpyre General, but you can't, because when you look at it, the General is actually more than 4 studs wide, and it's for that reason that you cannot squeeze them in there. But then again, I'd rather put Fandom in there anyway, because I don't know how effective you can drive with the tail, because you do need a foot just to step on your gas and brakes. And there we go. See that? And then here is the bottom. This is where you can get a better look at the suspension. It's just 2 bars for each wheel, and that's what supports everything. I will admit that it's not very effective in the front. When you look at it closely, the wheels kind of cave in. So like I said, it seems to be like a small design flaw over there. And while we're here, I'd like to do a quick comparison to Cole's Tread Assault, because they're both pretty much the same size and length. But if you have the tail extended all the way, then obviously this is the longer one. And when it comes to the width, the Fangpyre Truck is about 1 stud wider. But otherwise, it's about the same size. Okay, this is taller, but whatever. And finally, here's a quick look at the stickers. You get quite a bit. These two here are for the snowmobile, for the front there. They attach over here. It doesn't really do much to make it look better. I think it's all the same. And these go all over the top side of the truck. And now on to the recommendations. Overall, my feelings for this set are pretty neutral. Not that great and not that bad. When it comes to value, we're looking at 11 cents a piece, so okay. But when it comes to the play value, I'll admit that it doesn't seem as fun as I first thought. Now, the mouth is pretty cool, and you can fit a minifigure in there. Well, we'll put Jay in there because he's at the wrong place at the wrong time. And that's how far you can close it with him inside there. And when you run the vehicle around, you'll scrape the mouth, which is not that good. And considering how there's so much weight in the front here, you might have to just cycle the suspension a little. This way these parts up here don't end up deformed in a few months. So it's a little disappointing in that respect. The tail is fun though. You can still knock out stuff in the front, just don't have it standing dead center in front of the vehicle. Also, if you look at the back of the box, you can take these rims off from the tires and you can use these for your spinners, which is pretty neat. So let's just do that. Oops. I guess he was at the wrong place and the wrong time too. Anyway, here's a spinner, and it looks really neat. I'll put Jay in here, and there it is. It doesn't really give an added edge to the spinner, so you don't have to worry about anyone cheating if someone has that, but it does look really cool. I mainly got this set because of Zane's snowmobile, and personally I think this should have been a standalone set. It's better than the Venomari Shrine in my opinion. But in the end, for $50, It is a decent set for the value and everything, and that's it. That sums up my review. I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.